Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. Here we are with a double deckathon today. I've decided to retire my old cards, so we're going to blend from one to the other. Today we'll be launching in with a couple of questions, as usual, those that have got in quick and sent their questions in pre-prepared. Then we're going to do a collective conscious reading. We have started doing a 3-card spread, but I'm just going to go with whatever appears today. Maybe this new deck will surprise us with a different kind of angle. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to launch into the first person whose name pops up to me. Jezza! Whoa! Start with a newbie. Why not? Can I ask the tarots, says tarots, what my next 6 months looks like? House move, new role, overseas, etc. Well, it's a lot, right? It's a lot when we ask lots of questions at once. So what we can do with this is just get an overview, like a vibe, a general vibe as, is this on the positive? Are we heading in the best direction for your highest good, for your greatest happiness and success at the same time? So we'll do that by just getting into your vibe. And then we may choose one for each of those areas that you mentioned, the overall vibe. Okay. Oh my goodness, you actually could not have got a better card for what you just asked. This is the wonderful Magician. He is magic. He is the first card in the deck. Well, second if you count the Fool. This is number 1. Now the Magician is all about casting your spells of what you want into the universe and allowing them to manifest by following your intuitive guidance. So the first step is to cast a spell. That means get super clear on what you want those things to look like. And I suggest writing this down. So get out your journal and jot down notes about each of those areas. Where you want to move, how you want the house to feel, how you want your lifestyle to feel, where exactly do you want to go overseas, and what sort of experience do you want to have on that feeling level. This is a pretty good card to get and really sums up quite a lot in a nutshell. I'm going to leave it there. However, if we have time at the end, I'll address each individual thing that you mentioned. So hold the line, caller, and we're going to zoom into the next guest. Our next person is Carmen. Am I doing the right thing being with him and not dismissing a potential something out of fear or resistance? Or are we both just liking the idea of something but not actually right for each other? Did we only come back together to teach each other to move on? Okay, well, I'm going to use the new deck for Carmen because it feels like we need some new inspiration. And this card is really, we're just going to go straight to the crunch of it and say, are you guys a good match at this point in time for the well-being and joy of you both? Carmen. All right, Carmen. I know this has been a little bit of a topsy-turvy, a very interesting time together. And what I want to point out first of all is, what is your stuff? Meaning, what is your resistance that you could, I know you mentioned it, can you put your finger on it? Can you dive deeper into how you describe it? Or are you just thinking it feels like a stuck thing, like a block, which isn't specific enough to be able to unravel it, right? So let's just talk about the relationship in general. Right. We have the 8 of Cups. Now the Cups are very emotional aspects, and the 8 is all about personal power and inner strength. Now, isn't this interesting? This woman is walking away, even though what she knows, some of which has been good, like the relationship has had good parts, but there's a feeling in her that there's more. Something's missing. Maybe there's just this urge inside that you know you're meant for more, or that you need some different level or layer of inner fulfillment. That's what it's about. It's about what is missing on the inner fulfillment level. And this can imply we need to do this ourselves. Well, this is no coincidence that we run off from last night's Cosmic Consulting Glass, referring to self-love again. But look, I've pulled you another card, and unfortunately the lighting is not that great here tonight, because I'd love you to be able to see that this is the Ten of Swords, which is a letting go. You can see these birds just flying free. It's a surrender. It's the end of that constant intellectual turmoil. It's time to let that go. And this can sometimes mean that you can still stay in a relationship or a circumstance. However, in this particular instance, it's more around letting the thinking go and going into the heart, which is the inner fulfillment. You need to put your finger on that connection that's missing, or be able to be more vulnerable and open yourself up to asking your needs to be met. No one's perfect in this land, right? So if we can meet somebody who complements our imperfectly perfect ways, we're all weird to somebody, right? And if we can find somebody who loves our uniqueness and our quirkiness or our special little isms, that's really the ideal. And I think it's the old saying, just be yourself. And the problem is, what people don't add to that saying is, when you be yourself, you may lose some people that you think you want in your life, but they'll be the people that need to be let go of so you can step forward. That's also reminding me of a saying that goes like, what's meant for you won't go past you. However, there is a massive disclaimer in this, and that is that does not mean you get that in your human material world if you are not an open recipient to receive what the universe so freely provides for you. That means revealing more of your authentic self, getting out of your own way so that the flow of whatever you want just naturally comes to you. So yes, what's meant for you won't go past you, but you can be blindfolded to seeing it. Should I pull you another card? It does feel like time to move past this relationship. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there for now. If you want to tap in, maybe I'll just pull you another one about what that fulfillment aspect is that you could seek more of. Is it a childlike kind of level of fun, playfulness? Like it actually wasn't the vibe I was initially angling for you. I'm just wondering whether, or is it something to do with children in the mix? Is there, look, it is a lot. We are, the relationship keeps coming in as, I can see why you're grasping at pieces, because I feel that there is some things you can work on, but it does need to change, like turn the dynamic of what is. It's like you need to rise into your queendom and allow yourself to see how life can be experienced differently when you are really just being you, like owning your absolute thoughts, feelings, energy, wants, needs, and not in a demanding sense at all, just more in a free-spirited, I know myself, I know I'm a good, amazing person, just as I am kind of way. And I feel that lack of effort or trying or thinking will just soften that connection. Yeah, like I can. It's a tricky read. I feel you wanting to go because there's more, but it is possible that you could use this relationship, maybe not use it, but this is a stepping stone to a deeper kind of connection. Could be with this guy. Otherwise, you will be more prepared for the next. There is this thing you need to do for yourself, and that is come into your queendom, into your personal power, to start building that inner confidence, that inner strength. Well, self-love, isn't it, at the end of the day? Ultimate power. I don't mean to sound like I'm banging on about the same thing. It's no coincidence that this topic keeps coming up though, right? Okay, we're going to go into something a little bit more playful because that was pretty big and intense for a second reading in. So let's talk about the collective consciousness reading. I'm going to use the new cards because why not put myself in a space of challenge, because that's where all the good stuff happens, outside of the comfort zone. Because I've got to admit, it is funny. My cards are like a little, it's like they're alive or something. They're very precious to me. So what are we going to get today from this card? What do we need to hear as a collective consciousness? What's our message? Okay, this is a person who is focusing on how they want stuff to happen and not on what they're getting. So in this image, you see a woman and she has a lot of colorfulness and happiness happening in her life. There is this offering of personal fulfillment, of love, of this bowl here is catching all the rainbow rays, okay? This bowl is representative of our emotions. It's a cup. It's a cup of emotions. And all the awesome stuff is coming into that cup. And she's looking the other way. She wants these cups to be full with the way she wants them. This is very much around the languages of love. And it's really, really, really super important if you're in a dynamic at the moment to be witness to how love is being given to you, but not in the way that you might expect. This is the epitome of that card. So if you are in a relationship and you're having a tricky time, I suggest, this came up the other day, jump on the website, Love Languages, 5 Love Languages, the quiz, Google something to do with that, and do that quiz. This is funny. I am saying the same story as last week, but hey, we're still in the same energy thereabouts to a large degree. It's only been a week. I encourage you to turn your head, take a look from a new perspective, appreciate the love that's coming in ways that you would not necessarily give it. You know, some people love giving gifts. Some people love doing beautiful acts of service. Some people love to give you a hug. Some people love to just spend quality time. It's not all read in the same way. So in fact, Carmen, this might be a really helpful thing for you guys to do in that relationship with the current dude. Okay, moving along, we're going to talk to the people that are in the room because it's only fair and reasonable. How about we start with Michelle? You just wanted a card. Michelle, which pack do you want to use? The new one or the old one? The cards all over the show. This pack, by the way, just for anyone interested, is the Light Seers Tarot deck. It is a more of a modern version of the tarot. I've still got a lot of love for the original old school Rider-Waite. If you're interested in tarot and you want to learn more about tarot, then this is this particular pack is referred to as the Rider-Waite deck. Many years old. Michelle, she's not letting me know. Let's go the new, she says. Just a card, what the tarot needs to hear right now. What Michelle needs to hear from the tarot. Focus, Fifi. Nice. It's about time you got a beautiful, lovely card of goodness. This is the Empress. This is the Empress in the, yeah, isn't it amazing? Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful artwork. So she is the goddess of creativity. She is Mother Nature. She's tapped in with the rhythms of the world, of the nature and all of the seasons. So it's creativity, whilst it is about, creativity, creating, manifesting things, it's also about being in your divine feminine energy. And that is the ultimate goddess vibe. Why would you be receiving that right now? Just a good reminder to tune in to that divine feminine essence. How do you do that? Hang out in nature a little bit more. Remember to activate your intuition by finding stillness in your days. If that's meditation for you, cool. If it's yoga, if it's sitting on a beach, it's being in all those feminine qualities, moving slowly, feeling into the sensations of the day, like listening to the birds sing, being present. That means mindful to what's around us, listening to what is in the moment rather than always rushing to the next job or thinking what I should be doing in my business or worrying about the past. It means a lot of things, this card, but that's what I feel is calling you at this time, Michelle. So I hope that's super helpful. Jessica, you're up next. This is a beautiful question, Jessica, I might add. A beautifully written question. What is this new moon about for me? And what does it want? Oh, now that I say that it's so beautiful, I read it in a kerfuffle. And what wants emerge during this? Okay. What is this new moon about for me? And what's to emerge during this lunar cycle? Which pack, Jess? Which pack? Which pack of cards? What did you say? Pardon? You're so faint, I can't hear you. I didn't hear you, but I'm going to feel that you might just say, oh, you've said either. Lunar cycle. What is this new moon presenting for Jess? So for those of you who don't know, the new moon is a wonderful time for planting seeds. It's the dark moon. It's the black moon. It's the moon where things can germinate. Like you think of the dark moon as the darkness of our soil where things can be planted and slowly grow and bloom into something amazing. So I've pulled the Hierophant for you, Jess, which is all about getting clear on your values and your beliefs. And you know this. So when you do this, the purpose of doing this for you in this particular time, in this cycle, is to make sure that you are working towards blooming those values. Like if your values is friendship, that you are actively nurturing your friendships. If your values are around loyalty, then ensuring that you are only having friendships and relationships with people that you deeply trust. In this particular image, this guy is laughing his head off, actually. But it's a staircase to what one might say is heaven, isn't it? It's because this guy is also indicative of a spiritual teacher and helping you to climb that ladder to that golden light. Climb the ladder into the heart of your goodness. So whilst this is, climbing a ladder to the light, it's also unraveling the light that's within you by being super clear on those values, not on a practical level. I often have to work a little bit deeper with clients when we're working out what their top values are in life, because initially we kind of go automatically to the ones that we've been conditioned to believe is how we should do our life. So I have some tricky little clever ways that mean that we go deeper into your heart rather than finding the values in our head. Sometimes people tell me the values that they think sound like they're a good person, or that is all they can think of. Maybe they're not tapped in or able to open their heart to feel their feelings, because sometimes values are feelings that are important for us. Maybe they want to have lots of fun. Maybe it's love, friendship, instead of security and blah, 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 blah. Security and practical things like success and oh my god, I've just had a mental block. You know what I mean. All right, we're going to move along. We're going to move along to Linda. Did you ask a question? You did, didn't you? Yes. Okay. Linda, my coffee and cupcakes event is on March the 25th. If anybody is in town in the Bay of Plenty area, there you go, Linda. There's a plug. This may or may not be happening. We're about to find out. Will it be a success or do I cancel it now? And then I know this wasn't meant to be read out, Linda, but she says, sounds dumb, I know, but the ticket sales are very slow. Nothing's dumb. There's no dumb questions. The great thing about asking questions is that we throw this energy to the universe, or we potentially ask our angels or guides to show us the answer so that we get a gut instinct and we know. If we don't articulate a question, if we don't articulate a question, if we don't compile or compose a question, we're not is likely to get the answer. We'll just in more of a kerfuffle or an overwhelm. So there's no dumb questions. In fact, contrast in our life, when things aren't going right, that's what I mean by contrast, when things are going opposite to what you want, that always launches questions for us. And that is actually the power of things not going our way, because it makes us get intentional about what we want or understand why we haven't got what we want by asking why or how could I improve this. So there, just gonna say it's perfectly fine. We're gonna use the old deck for this. Sorry, Linda, you don't even get a choice. Just like feel into my familiar. Is it correct action to go ahead with this particular event? It's on the 24th of March, so it's a good 4 weeks away. You've got some time to ramp it up. Is it correct action to have this event? I believe so. I've got a really positive yes. This is actually a representation of you offering your customers the love. Like this night is offering something for your customers. I feel actually quite good about it. I do, however, want to pull a card around how you are letting people know it exists. And changing your belief around it. That feeling, oh, I don't know if it's going to work, or doubting it, that's the only block. I'm sorry. Giving you a lecture, but you know what I mean. Get excited about it, be excited about it, tell everyone out about it with excitement, talk to everybody that works around the area, tell everybody on Cosmic Consulting that lives in the area, ask them to bring their friends, give them a bonus for doing so, offer a prize for turning up, like really get excited about it. Send out a good 4 emails about it before the date to your database, and send a flyer over to the school over the road. Stuff to do, right? Build some excitement, get excited, and if only 5 people turn up, take photos of everybody and plaster it all over your social media and just say, these are the beautiful people that loved our cupcakes. So, and ask them to do so too. Give them an incentive for putting it on their social media. Ideas. Too easy. We'll be there. What date is it? What day of the week is it?
Saturday.
24th.
It's Saturday. 25th.
25th. I might not be in town. However, if I'm in town, I will be there. There you go. Have we got more questions? I do have one for Leah. What can I do to get out of my rut? Going to use the old pack. Leah. Yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm feeling quite similar to your energy with this, Linda. Somehow I feel we all... Oh my goodness. Leah, this is the Page of Pentacles. It's the start of a new business idea. This came up for you last night in Cosmic Consulting. I really feel you need to instigate something new in your business. Is it the same business? Like, it's definitely the same business. Okay, we knew that already. It was like, imagine if you were going to change business concepts right now. But hey, we asked and we got the truth. This is about collaboration. So yes to networking, yes to combining with a couple of other people. Have a threesome of people that are in a similar realm to you, but different. So maybe a beauty therapist and I was going to say massage therapist. It doesn't quite feel right. I'm not feeling into that. Yeah, rather than simply networking with just any old Tom, Dick, and Harry, it's actually about building strong connections with a couple of other people that are aligned to your line of work, yet not the same work. And you have like an affiliate program where even they might get a percentage for the first client that comes to you. So it's an actual structured way of running a new business scheme that benefits everyone, because everybody loves a good referral if you do want to try out a new procedure of sorts. Just trying to show these in the camera for you. Because, you know, when you are having a personal treatment, it's important to trust the therapist or the facilitator or the practitioner, rather than just willy-nilly picking a name out of the so-called yellow pages or even off Google. So if you can trust the person referring, then nurture that, and also fully nurture your existing clients, because a lot of those people, from the feeling, is that they are friendly with you and would be more than happy to help you out, particularly if there's an incentive or that they know that you might need a little bit of a shout out. This is a real time of collaboration, isn't it? You know, it takes us back to that collective consciousness card, which was all about seeing the good that is there and nurturing that, rather than expecting things to go the way they want it. So in that Four of Cups, there was 3 bowls, and this can be interpreted in many ways. 3 cups that you've got your ideas about how you want, for example, the muffin and coffee cupcake day to go, or you've got ideas about how you want clients to book in, and that's how many you need. And then you've got ideas of how you'd like to receive money in other ways, and we're stuck on these ideas about how they could go, but we need to be able to change perspective and open up a whole new bowl with a rainbow of colorful new pieces of inspiration. So for you, that means really actively seeking those specific referrals and creating even an online presence with that. So maybe it's a speaking event that you can educate each other's clients on. Maybe it's a Zoom event. Maybe it's a gathering like the cupcake and coffee number. These are just ideas, but I feel very strongly that you can't wait for people to come in, that there is some new initiation within your business that needs to be implemented for you to start getting the results that you deserve. And same as Linda, same as the collective consciousness card, focus on what you want, not what isn't going right. It's not about being positive. Positive thinking is not enough. It's about getting excited and getting in the vibe of what it will feel like and look like when your businesses are booming hard out. So that feeling, those images in your mind, create frequencies, vibration, and start to draw the goodness back into your own energetic field. We need to keep our own energy flow, our own chi, our own life force energy clean and clear if we want anything in our life to be flowing as well. This means for all of us here, let's look outside the square. Can we do something else in our life to work with our inner energy? Whew, didn't realize I was going to be talking about this today. Funny though, I've had this feeling myself for the last few days that I need to start doing more Kundalini yoga. If you haven't tried that, it's amazing. It's like a meditation, a breath work, and yoga all in one. Well, there's a lot of discipline required, but the benefits outweigh any effort that is required. And other things we can do to increase our energy is what Michelle got the advice of, touching with nature, really connecting in with those energetics of, well, the negative ions that the sea produces for us. And does anyone else have any ideas about how you can really get the energy flowing in your body? Not just thinking about mind and body, but that radiance. If we're radiant, we are a magnet to the goodness. Be a magnet for miracles. That is the lessons for today there. Now, just got to double check I've done everybody. Michelle, Jessa, Carmen, Jess, Linda, I think so. Everybody's gone. What the heck? Almost. Not quite. All right. Any last requests? Is it helpful? Yeah. I look forward to hearing updates. Okay. Ciao. Bye. Thanks for being here.